destiny. Times change.
I don't know if times have changed. Like, oh, shocker, Lamprey's making more spears. Like, who could have saw this coming? Fuck it hell. It's outrageous. It's unheard of. So yeah, we'll try and make about 200 spears. Like, 200 will last me a good amount of time. Save me doing this constantly then. Because we're not going to be leaving this area anytime soon, I don't think. Got lots of zombies to go through. Right, I think that's everything over here. Did I see a log? I did. Right, there should be some over here as well then. Grab all those logs instead. Mow your lawn, HOA will get angry. I was actually thinking about it just a minute ago. I was like, yeah, now that I've done all this, I can pick up all the twigs afterwards, you know. I can pick them all up later. I can cut all the grass. I can make this place look nice and spicy. It's the little things, okay? It's the small details that make it into a home. Alright, that should be this entire area done, though. Let's grab a few of you, because there's not that many logs outside of this area now, I don't think. Although that could be a big ol' lie. Right, let's soar up the logs that we currently have and see how many we've made. Or at least I'll count them and just see how many planks I can get. Right, what have I got? 41. So that's... and then 23 tree branches as well. Okay, so... it's just... well, including the planks, it's just shy of 150 spears, more or less. Let me grab a few more things. 200's the goal, you know. Just grab a handful of extra logs. What areas have you cleared on this run? We've done West Point, Valley Station, the mall, and we haven't finished it yet, but we're currently doing the Louisville checkpoint. The military checkpoint, that is. That's where we currently are living as well. But right now, we're just making a few extra spears. I say a few, we're making 200 of them. Or as many as I can before I run out of knives. And then, we're gonna go back to killing again. My weight's back on track now. And all that stuff. We've got all these logs, and there should be enough now. Even if it isn't, I'm done. I don't wanna... I don't wanna run any more logs back and forth.
None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
Exactly. But it's all fun and games. Oh, yeah, that's right. My actual bag is in here. Like, I went to go saw all the logs instinctively. I always have my saw in my bag, so I, bit surprised not to get the option for it. Right, but yeah, you can go back to where you belong, as can you, and you. Yeah. Golden. Right. Yeah. The knives and the hunting knives and such, they're all in the back of the van, so we'll have to get around the zombies in a moment to get all those, but let's do what we can for now. Alright, so what do we have? To be fair, let me grab all those tree branches. Put you all in one big pile then. Alright, so we have 187 planks. 34 tree branches. Okay, so I can make over 200 then. Provided I have enough, blades. I do need to warm up for a minute though, because, I'm not going to be able to kill all the zombies if I'm cold. So we'll chill in here for a moment. And just let him warm up. Good stuff. Alright, let's get around to the truck and grab all those knives. Yeah, I will forget about them. Just gonna add those those extra 2 spears to my counter now. You got a saw day 1 on your current game. It's on you not to fuck it up. Yeah, I had it on this character as well. Got a saw in one of the 3 mansion houses by West Point. It's like, fuck. The pressure you feel now, Zero. Don't lose that character. That's a really good start. Leave Rebecca at home? Oh, no, I got up with me. I mean, I could, you know, if you're asking, like, why don't I could, so I could carry more knives, but there's not that many to pick up. They should all fit in my bag. golden. So I'm pretty sure I dropped a bunch of them over there as well. Yeah, because I got spears there. Nope, no knives there. That's okay, though. There is another pile somewhere else, I'm sure. Maybe. Might be misremembering. That's fine, though. So I'll turn all the chipstone into stone knives, and then we can use everything else to craft our spears. And then we should end up with an extra 200. So this will be the 2,600 spear mark. Yeah, good stuff. You got a saw. Oh, you got 2 saucepans of boiling as well. Really good start then. But now that we've cleaned this a little bit, I'll probably pick up all these twigs and just get rid of them. Throw them all somewhere. And hindsight's 20/20 because I need rip sheets. Shit. Let's leave all of you there. Get rid of him. And yeah, I just need a few rib sheets so I can make those stone knives, because you can get more spears made by turning the chipstone into stone knives on average. But yeah, there'll be a few dead bodies here. I know, maybe we'll get lucky and find some zombies that we get some rib sheets on. I know. If only we could be so lucky. That should be, yeah, more than enough. Oh, good stuff. So yeah, 200 spears more or less, right? Yeah, 209. And yeah, I should have enough. That's very loud. Yes, spear apes forever. Spear apes together strong. 2 more. Right, yeah. That's another 209 spears done. As you do. Alright, let me just throw a, well, to be fair, I have a trash can in there. I can throw them in, don't I? Yeah, let's get rid of all those, broken knives, because we have no use for them. Wonder how much tailoring experience is lying on the ground around this place. If I wasn't level 10, I would almost be intrigued. And let me adjust my morning alarm now as well, because he's a little bit tired. Take hours to rip all that clothing? No, it'd be really quick, really. I mean, hours in game, obviously, yeah, but in real time, it would only take like a few minutes to rip it, like rip everything. Wouldn't be too bad, really. Just there wouldn't be any incentive to. Like, even if you like really wanted to like do tailoring, no man needs that much thread. That's way too much. I could level 8 tailoring exactly once. See, tailoring's not that bad. I mean, we could do like a really quick tutorial. So I mean, we'll just like speedrun it. I mean, obviously for the tailoring, like once you have the materials, like you want to prioritize things that have more places that you can apply patches. So ideally, you know, overalls, long johns, things like that, because you want to be able to apply all patches, remove all patches, and it'll just save you a lot of time and effort. But then getting all the materials themselves, like the needle is down to searching the right places, like mostly bathrooms. But for the thread and the cloth, it's literally just use the crafting menu. Like go into the recipes, find the ripped clothing, and instead of having the new method, which is rip clothing, and it'll only give you the option to rip all the clothing on this zombie. If you use the recipe, it'll rip all the clothing in proximity to your character. So ripping up all of this wouldn't be that hard. You would just walk over the bodies, and whenever it says craft all, you would just tear everything, and you're good to go. And then, you know, once you get to level 10, you would do the same, and you would look for leather clothing items, and then you could get leather patches then. But you can do the same thing for looking for axes and hunting knives and machetes and all that stuff. And for finding watches, like, it's really convenient, because you don't have to go through every single zombie body then, looking for, like, that tiny item, that one specific thing that you're after. Or, you know, if you're going for clothing and rib sheets, right-clicking and going through every single inventory. Did you try the craft counter mod to track how many spears you've made? I have not. The craft counter. I've not heard of that. That's a new one to me. And if you are about to tell me, I made it up, it's because it's not real. Ha 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 ha. I hate you. Because that mod sounds great, if it actually does exist. Right, let's grab some food quickly. Oh, you were looking at the map. Zombie laceration. I mean, that's another one we can do really quickly. If you are going to open your map for any, like, literally anything, when the map opens, press F2 every time. Like, sometimes you'll notice me unpause my game with F2, and you'll see me press the M key instinctively. It's because I always do that. Because, when you press F2 when you have the map open, the game is paused. The F keys still work. So you can be surrounded by zombies, open up your map and just have a little chill out, look around. Because you'll see me do it when we're fighting zombies. Like when someone asks, where are we? Or, you know, where are we going? But, yeah, I might just get into a rhythm of slapping F2 and M in conjunction with one another now. It's very convenient. Yeah, let's add all 209 spears to our counter. I can't be bothered to do math, so whip out the calculator. Because I'm being lazy. What am I currently on? 24.19. Yeah, 26.28. Nice. That's a mighty fine spear counter. But yeah, we can go back to murdering again. So we don't have to make any spears now for probably 3 or 4 streams. RNG gods though, rip. Lamprey is not to be trifled with. I have that forbidden black magic. Don't quote the black magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. Yes, I was there, Gandalf. I was there on that day. You can even write... Yeah, you can write on the map as well when you're paused. The only thing to note with that is... it's funny when it does it. It doesn't play any of the audio files when you're doing so, but when you unpause, it plays them all at once. So, if I open up my map now, and if I just scribble, like, a couple of things here and there, and then I remove them all as well, they all play at once now. Right. I think we'll go north today. I'm kind of curious, because we've been fighting on the East Road, off in that direction for so long now. I'm kind of curious what the north side is looking like. Because on the map, you know, open it up again. We've been fighting along that stretch of road that goes down here. But the hole in the fence links up over here with this area, so... With all the zombies that keep filtering into that section, we have been stealing zombies from this area, so it might be a little bit thin. Well, you know, it could be the complete opposite. It might be really savage. It might be too many. Well, we'll have a little look-see now. We haven't been up here... Yeah, we haven't been up here for so long, most of the bodies have disappeared. Yeah, because that's looking very quiet. Far quieter than it used to be. What happens when you push the button? It's a mystery. Who knows? Its purpose originally has been lost to time. Who knows what the button does? It's really quiet. Right. I'm not gonna go too much further north from here, sorry. We'll grab all of these guys first and we'll see how bad it is, because looks can be deceiving. And there's a tree line right there, so... I am curious. But we'll try and hold them here, more or less. See how long we can withstand them before they push us back. It's not that bad, really. You know, the blood. Yes, the blood party begins. Magnificent. The blood god demands tribute. He has a mighty thirst. I mean, that was quite surprising, really. They didn't even have a, I know a lot of them got stuck back there, but they didn't even have enough to push us all the way back before we ran out of stamina completely. Delightful. If you conquer Louisville, what's the next plan? The world. Everything. I want it all. Louisville, Muldra, Riverside, West Point, Martridge, Lake Fallis, Ekron, the rim of the map. I want everything. Because we'll probably wipe out some of the other towns before we finish Louisville. Because, like, so long as Build 42 doesn't come out, and we don't die, we're not gonna stop anytime soon. Appreciate the follow as well, oh, incorrect, happy days. But yeah, because Louisville, on the, like, the center of the map takes up half the zombies, we'll probably get stuck in an area for, like, a long time, and we'll get a little bit bored. So, we'll probably go on vacation, you know, in brackets, well, quotations, and we'll probably wipe out Riverside and Muldra. And then if we do it multiple times, we'll probably end up wiping both of those. And we can start making our way down to places like Rosewood as well. Louisville is the main attraction, but, you know, everybody loves a cheeky little side quest. Started PZ 5 days ago. Already addicted? Yeah, that's how it goes. That's great. Project Zomboid's like Marmite. It's fantastic. You take your first bite of Project Zomboid, and it's like, you either never touch it again, or you get hooked on it. It is a fantastic game. You play vanilla or modded? We do both. Currently we're doing a vanilla plus run, so there are mods, but the core game is pretty much all vanilla. So the only mod I'm running currently adds more helicopters into the game, but everything else is...
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Nice and... default. You know, nice and vanilla.
I thought we'd agreed never to lie to each other.
I wouldn't lie to you, you know. I'm gonna secretly hide my unseen mod that increases my damage tenfold and makes me immune to the infection. Like, yes, that mod doesn't exist. Definitely not.
Quite spicy.
Very spicy. Sound of the spear is so satisfying. Oh, it's hilarious, yeah. It's funny, like, hearing it warm up as well. You can hear me, like, getting the timing initially. It's just, like, a little bit spaced out, and then it just goes ding, ding, ding. That's great. Yeah. Spears are great fun. No, times haven't changed. We've gone back, okay? We've reverted. No more crowbars. Only spears. Only high kill counts. Right, but I'm gonna have a rest. They'll go to that generator, most likely. And then we'll pick up where we left off in just a moment. Personally, when you play a game that could be modded, didn't oh, threw in, yeah, to install all the mods. Yeah, Project Zomboid has a very rampant modding community. Like, if you can think of it in the game for, like, what would be interesting for a zombie survival game, chances are there is or there has been a mod of it in the past. Like, there are so many mods, and they're, like, for the most part, they are fantastic. Like, the overwhelming majority of them are spicy as fuck. Yeah, on this channel, we tend to either play closer to vanilla, or we start running the mods that make the game harder. That's the general trend. We don't normally play with mods that make the game easier. Something to make the game a little bit more interesting is the name of the game. Sorry for asking this. Oh, you're streaming. Yeah, how dare you inquire? No. No, I have a YouTube channel as well, and I do upload my VODs, but it's like 98% of all the stuff I do is online, is on Twitch. Yeah, I do upload the odd video every now and then, and I am meaning to upload more videos. It is on the to-do list. But, because it's an entirely different thing, it's like working out how to actually make good videos and do it on a schedule so it's on a consistent basis. Haven't quite cracked that nutshell, you know. Most of my time gets eaten up with streaming, so I'm sticking with what works at the moment because I've got the streaming game down to a T. It's great, nice and chill. YouTube is a whole different animal. But yeah, the links for all of that stuff, it is all on the Twitch channel. There are all links, but you can type in !YouTube and VOD and all of that stuff. And there are a handful of videos there. Mostly shit posting. That's crazy. Love the map. Oh yeah, the map mods are amazing. Didn't see 1% of the vanilla map. The map mods, yeah. Like, there are so many good map makers out there. And like you said, they will keep you, like, invested for such a long time. You can't just spend years in game just chilling out in those towns that they've made, because a lot of them have like a surprising amount of detail. Like Blackwood's probably the map that impressed me the most, just from how claustrophobic it feels. Like Blackwood has a very different feel to it as opposed to every other town I've played. But, there's a lot of other maps I need to try, like Raven Creek. Like, that one's a big one that's on my list. Haven't gotten around to ever doing a run in Raven Creek yet. Sorry for asking this, but banned. Banned. Century ban. Get him out of here. How dare you ask something so personal. Why, you a scrub? I don't know. I took one look at Golib and I thought to myself, damn, that's a man that has something like down to a T. Let's follow. He's leading by example. And here we are. So yeah. So really, it's your fault. Procrastinate, yes. Follow for tutorials and to procrastinate. Yeah, it's pretty much it. What's your YouTube channel about? Wasting time. I'm so good at it, in fact, I waste enough time to not actually upload any more YouTube videos. That's how fucking good I came to perfecting that style. I think the last time I uploaded a video was like, oh, well, like six plus months ago. And I'm pretty sure it was a YouTube short. Yeah. Uploading more videos is on the list of things to do, though. I'll get around to it at some point. I promise. Pinky swear. Blackwood. Took a look but didn't visit it. Oh, it's great, yeah. So Blackwood, like from what I played, it's nothing like this, like all the traditional towns that you'll play in, like where all the roads are open and you can go anywhere. Blackwood, all the roads are blocked by debris and furniture, and the same with all the buildings. All the windows and all the doors. Like half the place is just fucking barricaded. So, you end up, like, being chased by zombies, and you get chased into dead ends constantly. It's, it is fucking intense being chased, even by, like, a small group. It's really fun. Appreciate the resub as well, Gus. Happy days. 15 months. You have been here for a very long time. Oh, happy days. That helicopter's coming from a very interesting direction as well. North to south, that is the spiciest way it can go. Let's see how many zombies you've just dragged towards me. Yeah, makes me want to visit. Yeah, when I played Blackwood, I was doing the Black Summer Challenge. But the Black Summer Challenge is based on the TV series. But, it's a fun, like, cross-country game. So you're not allowed to use vehicles. And I think it was either it was something like 1 or 5% sprinters. But you start in Riverside all the way up here. You gotta make your way all the way down to the bus station in Rosewood. Then up to the football pitch in Mulder. And I think the finish line was by the hunting lodge. It was somewhere out here, I'm pretty sure. By Valley Station. But I got down to here before I died. So Blackwood is in this area here. But I didn't realize how bad Blackwood was for maneuvering. So I thought, you know what, instead of going around it and being boring and cutting through the woods to get to Rosewood, I'll go through Blackwood. That sounds fun. Fucking no. I got cornered in like the back of a fucking kitchen by like, I don't know, like 20 or 30 zombies. Because everywhere I went, it was a fucking dead end. And like, it starts like here-ish. And I got down to maybe about here. And I was trapped. I couldn't go anywhere. It was good fun, though. Yeah, appreciate the follow as well. Champ? I'm probably ruining your name, but yeah. Champsley Seas? I'm hoping I'm getting part of that right. No, I appreciate the follow. Black Summer Challenge equals watch even a single episode of the show without shouting. These characters are so fucking stupid. See, I never watched it myself. I did the Black Summer Challenge because it was kind of the trend at the time. Like a bunch of people jumped on the bandwagon, but I saw Drunk on Life doing it. I'm pretty sure it was Drunk on Life. That's how I heard about it, and it looked really interesting. It was the combination of both, you know, like a low sprinter count, and then you have to make it across the entire map, but you have to do it on foot. I was like, ooh, that is interesting. Have a good stream. Hey, appreciated. Alright, that's still a lot of you though, so I'm gonna let those guys go to the generator. And they can chill out over there while I have a quick rest. So they won't follow me over this way. Nope, rather not sleep. Terrible idea. Specific idea. Does anybody know of anywhere where people can write up RP stories for PZ? Travel challenges. Like the idea of taking up an RP challenge. I don't know. That is very specific. I don't think I've heard of a group of people doing that, or there being like a bit of like a subculture, like a little niche group of people who play in that manner. There's probably some like challenges out there that kind of have like a roleplay element to it. You know, like they give you like certain objectives, like, you know, travel from here to here, and like little checkpoints, like the Black Summer Challenge. But I don't know of any myself. None that give you like a checklist of things to do and places to visit. Normally they're very vague. They normally give you like the settings and a very simple to-do list, or things that you're not allowed to do, and then you have to like usually kill or survive for X amount of time, or until you reach X amount of kills. Do you have tips for avoiding the stab animation? I don't have any videos or anything, but I can teach you really quickly, because once you learn, like, how it actually works, it's really easy to avoid. Also, just before I do that one, because it's a bit long-winded, what did you use to craft all the spears? Hunting knives, stone knives, literally any knives, and then planks and tree branches. But yeah, the animation for the spear only plays when you're fighting a zombie on its own. Or, you know, well, the zombie doesn't have anyone adjacent to him, is more specific, so... Because this guy's on his own, and there's no one next to him here, when I attack him, based on how much damage I'm dealing, that'll influence my chance of doing the one-hit animation. So because my character is like level 10 spear and very high strength, he's pretty much guaranteed to do it every time he can. And the same with this one, you know, he's ahead of these guys, so they're not right next to each other. So the odds are... I can get you to fall back a little bit. Yeah, the odds are this guy on his own here will be a one-hit animation. Nope. Not close enough. I need one guy on his own. You. You're perfect. So this one's on his own, so this will be a one-hit animation. So, that's basically it. That's all you need to know, really. So where... Like, how you would do that when you're fighting zombies is... You don't want to... target zombies on your flank unless you have enough space between the primary zombies that you're fighting. So when you're killing guys, you kind of want them to be like this, where they have a partner next to them. And the guy behind him, the one who was on his own afterwards, there's kind of like a small window of time where you can attack them without doing the animation. But, yeah, it just means that you don't want to attack zombies that are on your... like on your flank or behind you. Because you'll lock yourself into the animation, and then the primary group of zombies that you're fighting, you know, if you haven't spaced it out enough, they'll creep up behind you while you're still recovering, and that's how most players tend to die with their first spear encounter. Myself included. I remember dying. It's a big ol' paragraph. Where'll I get to? But yeah, that's the spears, anyway. If you need anything more specific, feel free to ask. Where'll I get to? Sorry for asking, why don't you sleep? I do sleep, but, he has wakeful, so he only sleeps for about 5 hours. So from midnight until about 4 in the morning. That's my usual schedule for my character. because I'm very efficient. What I read, the new update, take this long because someone who was working on it was robbed and took his laptop with the game keys. Oh, that was years ago. Yeah, that was a lifetime ago. Yeah, that's, unless unless they've been really unlucky and it's happened again. I think you're reading an old forum post. But yeah, that was, oh shit, I don't know how long ago that was. I'm pretty sure it was the Indie Stone who had that happen to them. But yeah, that was a lifetime ago. That was way before Build 41, so that was like prior to like 2018. I'm pretty sure that's them. But yeah, I don't know where you heard that or read it, but if you read it, check the date for the forum post. Because, yeah, I'm trying to remember when that was. But yeah, the story is so specific, I do know what you're talking about. Pretty sure it was them. Yeah, 'cause I'm thinking of them and No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky didn't have that. No Man's Sky had flooding issues. They lost like, a lot of hardware because they got flooded. The Indie Stone, I'm pretty sure they had a laptop stolen. Yeah, that's a throwback. Yeah, I don't remember specifically which build that was. Yeah, I'm sure you can find something online more specific. Yeah, it was ages ago. Yeah, dev process apparently got slowed down a lot. Yeah. But again, yeah. I mean, if you've heard it again, it just sounds like someone's made a mistake along the way. But, yeah, if it has happened again, that is both distressing and hilarious, because 2 for 2, that's really shit. But yeah, it's probably the Outpost. Console needs this, you're addicted. Hey, good stuff. I mean, you can play it with a controller if you really want to. I don't do it myself, because inventory management seems like it'd be a hassle with an Xbox One controller or a PlayStation, but you can do it if that's how you like to play. Let's grab you guys. You've been getting yourself in trouble, and oh, didn't know why. It was attacking the ones that flag. Yeah, so you always, like, you don't have to, but it's good to keep them all on one side, so you don't, like, accidentally, you know, just from muscle memory, attack the ones closest to you. But as you go up in levels, with the spears and fitness and your attack speed increases, you can be a little bit more risky. You know, with when you do the one-hit animation, you can have zombies closer to you, and you can still do it without worrying about the others catching up to you in time. And then the more you play with spears, and the more you do it, you'll get the timing down. Like, you'll just instinctively know when, you know, when a zombie's too close to you to pull off the animation before they catch up to you, and they would grab you. And when you can just freely, like, swing away with no consequence. But I've been playing this game for about 9,000 hours, and I've been playing with spears for probably about 5,000 or 6,000 hours now, so I don't even really think about it most of the time. I just kind of go on autopilot. Appreciate the follow as well, HD Rolex. Happy days. Yeah, apparently haven't got the muscle memory down to not click the sleep button by mistake. Still working on that. But yeah, still got a few hours left in the day though before I need to go back to bed. So let's see if we can grab some more. Because there's bound to be a big group by that generator. Because we saw tons of them coming down from the north. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I zoned out too long. I mean, we've already killed them all. I thought there was more than that. There they are. That was spicy. I wanna... Give me a minute on that one. Curiosity. I wanna see that in the VOD. Fucking... We got a Bruce Lee zombie again. He was on the ground, but he stood up instantly and caught my spear midair with his hand. Oh my wamu. It's like, oh shit. This is how I died. Let me get that VOD really quick. I'll put it up on screen. We can watch it in slow-mo together. That was a bit... That caught me off guard. That doesn't happen too often. Because we had one earlier today, but not while we were fighting like that. Right, where's my VODs? There you are. And we don't have to find the timestamp because you'll be right at the end. Yeah, let me, have a look at that boy. Yes, we're on, yeah, 50, and we got 3 minutes. Let me just skip forward through this then. Because that nearly, ended badly. Because I killed all of you. And then we went, yeah, this is on the south side, so then we went north after this. And I think it was the first group we fought. Yeah, that was it. That looked fucking sus. Right, so, yeah, 54, just before 54:12. So we killed all of you. Green shirt guy. Green shirt guy? What, this one here? Yeah, it's this one here, isn't it? So I shoved him on the ground. That's normal. I'm targeting you. Fucking... You cunt. Yeah, that's, that would have ended badly. I want to see it just one more time. That is, incredibly spicy. Yeah, game didn't think he was, like, fully on the ground, maybe. That's, That is an interesting one. Right, let's have a quick look in slow-mo, because I want to see the entire thing play out. He's got the gymnast trait. Yeah, because we killed all of you. And it's this one here, isn't it? So yeah, I kill you. You get too close, so I shove on the ground. Target you. And then he gets back up. No, he was on the ground. He had to have been. Because I have, I don't know, actually, fuck. I'm dead curious. But yeah, fuck it. It's of no consequence. We didn't die, we didn't get grabbed. But yeah, that is, interesting. To say the least. Right. Crazy bug, yeah. My pants have thoroughly been browned. Because, not gonna lie, there's not many things in the game that make my heart sink a little bit, but that definitely was one of them. They did get me. They got me good. It's always the unexpected things that catch me now. It's like, oh fuck. It's always the bugs. It's always something like that. Zombies appearing in front of you instantly when you don't expect them to be in attack range. Good stuff. He watched every single one of Bruce Lee's movies before he perished to the zombies. I don't know, maybe he was maybe he enjoyed Bruce Lee, but he was a pacifist at heart. When his zombie counterpart has other ideas. He's gonna use all that training. He had push with spears, kill zombies. That's spicy. Maybe you're just too powerful. Your bare hands registered as lethal weapons. He needs no spears. He's moved on. What does the table do? It is a piano stool, so it's technically a chair. So, same as all the other furniture in the game. If you sit down on the ground, or even if you're standing, you can right-click on them and rest on any furniture. Like this chair, for example. I could right-click and I could rest on it. But yeah, we carried the chair around with us, because it's just a way to get back our stamina about 25% faster. And I can also see the progress bar as well, so I know exactly when I'm fully rested. But the reason why we use the piano stool specifically is because it only weighs 2. You know, it's very light, as opposed to a folding chair, for example, that weighs 7.5, you know. Like, all the chairs, like every chair in the game weighs 5 or 7.5, apart from the piano stool. For some reason, of all the chairs in the game, that one is significantly lighter than everything else, which makes it the ideal battle bench. He felt like being a hater, I guess. He's just built different. He's got those spring-loaded socks. Makes no sense, because foldable chairs are very light and piano stools are, yeah, just pure wood and heavy. Yeah, 'cause I don't know this for certain, but this is how I imagine it went on the development side of this. You know, they obviously did all this, to which, you know, probably in the last year or so, someone probably knocked on a door, you know, bang, 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 bang. Like, hey, David, you know, Mr. Game Balancer, we've noticed this chair is, like, really out of whack, so when you get time, can you change the weight for this piano stool to be in accordance to all the other chairs? To which Mr. Game Developer probably said, fuck off, because he was probably really busy balancing everything else in the game. It's like, you want me to waste my time with a fucking chair? Get out of here, Steve. Fuck off. Got busier things. I gotta, like, quell the anger of people who keep calling Spears overpowered and Lumberjack broken. He's just frantically smoking cigarettes, like, fuck. Balancing all these mechanics is a fucking nightmare. I don't have time for a fucking chair. Come back to me when it's a real problem. That's how I imagine it went. But so many people use the piano stool to rest on while they're fighting. I wouldn't be surprised in Build 42 if it's completely different, you know. They're either going to make all the chairs just as light as the piano stool, or they're going to make the piano stool just as heavy as all the other chairs. And even if they do that anyway, I'm pretty sure they've already got in their plans to make furniture more difficult to carry. Because they tried doing that not too long ago. They tried to limit how much, or the maximum size of items you could put in your bags, and people flipped their shit because the update came out of nowhere, but you couldn't put items that weighed, I think, more than 5, so you couldn't move, like, furniture items or the extremely heavy items via bags. So I wouldn't be surprised if they stop you from carrying piano stools, like, freely, like this. Just sat in my inventory, you know, in my pocket. You know? Like, making it so that you have to carry the item physically, like a generator, so you have to equip it in both hands. It seems really tedious on the surface, but it's in line with what people cry out for, you know. Lots of people cry out for realism, so they might do that. Maybe. But yeah, just to, like, clarify on that one, for anyone who jumped in halfway through that, that is speculation. There is no evidence to support that. So, don't, go telling people that's a thing. Damn it, David, yeah. Hit him with the chair. Well, maybe they'll do that in 42. If I can hit them with the chairs, maybe I'll get a WWE wrestler occupation. Has the stool always been the same way? I don't know, honestly. I haven't used the piano stool. Like, I haven't used this tech the entire time I've been playing. I don't recall it being heavy. Like, ever. Like, at any stage. But, yeah, I've only started doing this in, like, the past year or two. I haven't been doing it my entire time playing. Yeah, I changed the way of the stool, now all the trees are floating. Fucking spaghetti code. That just sounds pretty funny. Yeah, too much realism gets kind of lame. Yeah, like you say, like, if you make things too realistic, things just become tedious, so you kind of suck all the fun out of it. But, because Project Zomboid's kind of built its reputation on being one of the more punishing and more realistic zombies survival games, if they sway, sway too far from the path, or stray, sorry, too far from the path, I think they'll alienate a lot of their long-term fans. But you know, exactly what you say, though. If they start making it so like, ah, yes, we now have the Tarkov system for inventory, but you have to also, like, manage the size, the weight, and the encumbrance, all these different metrics, while also doing your calories, and, you know, you can't drink too much, otherwise you'll puke now. You also have to defecate and wipe your own ass, so you have to store toilet paper. If they start going down, like, that road, it'd be like, oh, fuck that. Give me the mods that get rid of all of that stuff. So that's a lot of micromanaging. Yeah, it looks heavy. Yeah, the store does look heavy. Yeah, the fact that it weighs 2, I agree with all of you, it's a little bit strange, but like I joked around with, it's just looks like one of those things that they're completely aware of, but it's because they're working on build 42 at the moment, they've just kind of said fuck off with it. It's like this chair weight doesn't make any sense. Can you, like, rebalance it? And meanwhile, they're frantically trying to stop the pigs from eating the cows in build 42. And it's like, that's like, fuck it, we'll deal with it later, okay? Let's pump out this big ol' update first, you know, within the next year or two. And we'll polish and fix everything else that currently exists down the line. We'll fix it in post. It is 11 o'clock though, so that is my cue to run away. But I'll do a bit of shouting on the way back. So when we wake up in the morning, fingers crossed, it's not guaranteed, but we might have a nice little group waiting for us by this generator. Yeah, that room still lures the zombies. Yeah, it's those bloody barricades. I don't know why they beeline for it though. Like, the barricades being indestructible and them getting stuck in there, sure, makes sense. But yeah, like you said, the fact that they keep walking to it, like, even though there's a faster route to me, just in a straight line. Yeah, it's a bit peculiar, like, why they prioritize walking through there. But, well, we won't be killing zombies there forever, so eventually we'll forget that it's even a thing. But we're losing weight again, so let me get some food. And I'll have to check that generator out there at some point, because we've been here for a while now, and I haven't checked or topped up my generators for a while. I have to make sure he's not going to run out of fuel anytime soon. Oh, there we go. Just got drowsy. Literally the perfect time. Dead on midnight. And yeah, he had almost exactly 4 hours of sleep. I didn't even have to set my alarm to the correct time. That works out nicely. Right, but let's go do some fishing, because I'm pretty much out of food. Yeah, too bad you can't use broken spears to fuel fires. Yeah, it would be cool if you could do that. But, yeah, to quell the rage of all the people who think spears are overpowered, I don't think the spears need any more benefits currently. They're so useful already, and they're so good in combat. If they start adding stuff like that, I think it would just annoy people who don't use spears even more. Although that will tickle my funny bone. Why is Nimble so hard to grind? Fitness compared to Nimble is simple as fuck. I mean, if I was gonna just wager a guess, it's because Nimble is probably the most important combat skill in the game. Like, the fact that it levels up so slowly compared to everything else is a little bit strange, you know? Like, it is... I mean, apart from, like, aiming and reloading, it is the slowest skill in the game. Nothing levels up slower than this. If you were to play without experience modifiers, you would take almost a decade in game time to max it out. So that's a bit peculiar. But it is an absolute god tier skill to have at a high level in combat, even more so than the actual weapon skills themselves. But, yeah, it is really out of balance compared to everything else. So, I don't know, maybe it'll get patched in the future, because it is a bit strange. But, there are alternatives, you know, things like taking Gymnast and Burglar and Police Officer. You can max it out to level 10 within, like, the first year and a half, 2 years, give or take. But, you know, with that said, how many players actually live that long, or want to live that long, so, yeah. Hey, Siren. You're new to the game, thinking about making a mobile base. Is it possible to get a shipping container and store all the items, like you in the building? There's nothing like that in vanilla. Like, to the extent that you want to do it, but there are mods. Like, you can get those, what are they called? Like, Winnerbend? Fuck it, what are they called? It's Winnebango. Bango? Bango? I don't know what the fuck they're called. Caravans. Camper vans, basically. You can get, there's a mod for that one. It's basically a little bit smaller than this, but you can actually get inside the caravan while you're driving around, and you can put furniture items in there and stuff. The alternative is using... Can you see it from here? No. The alternative is getting a trailer. And, a trailer and, like, a step van like that, so you have... Like, with those two things combined, about 200 to 300 units of storage space in the trunk and in the trailer. And then you can, like, set up a little campsite somewhere in the middle of nowhere where zombies won't find you, or just sleep in your car. That's always an option. I don't know if he's still doing his run, but someone you can check out who does that type of gameplay some of the time. Because I don't tend to do it, is Wickhammer. I know last time I saw him he was doing an Insurgent run, but I think he was running the mod that lets you live in those mobile caravans. I might be wrong, though. But I see him playing with that mod fairly often, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got it on his current game. But he's definitely someone to check out if you like seeing people who do nomad runs. He tends to do them fairly often. He tends to stay fairly mobile. That's the reason why you take the burglar profession. But, I actually like it. I mean, I like the fact that it's difficult to level up. Like, anything that makes you a god in combat should be incredibly hard to max out. The only thing that I do agree with most other players is, you know, like, just like with that, most players aren't ever going to max it out. You know, even with the experience modifiers, it takes too long. But in the defense of the game, you don't need to max out Nimble for it to be effective. You know, level 4 or 5 and above is your happy place. Anything below that, you're a little bit too slow, but getting 4 and 5 Nimble doesn't take that long with experience modifiers. So that's obtainable for most players who've got a little bit of time in the game. Alright, let's go murder some more zombies. As long as you take things easy, Take things easy. Game is enjoyable, just like real life, yeah. No, it turns out if you don't rush the game, and you just learn little bits and pieces, and you do a tiny bit of work each day towards your goal, turns out it's actually really relaxing. Almost therapeutic. Yeah, it is very chilled out. But yeah, if you were gonna do like what you were saying, Siren, if you wanted to go down the route of doing like a nomad run, this is pretty much the apex of what you could do in vanilla for a nomad run. Just by virtue of the step van having the largest trunk size and the largest overall inventory space. You could get a better trailer. There is a trailer that has a blue top, so items don't fall out of the back. But that would be your ultimate goal, really. And then you'd have plenty of storage space. And you could travel around the map freely without having to worry about running out of space for loot as you go. You learn from you. Hey, happy days. My Padawan is now a Jedi Knight. Look at him go. I raised that boy. No, good stuff. It's cool that lots of more and more people are getting like better and better runs. Like the average skill level for the player base is like slowly increasing. It's pretty cool, you know, seeing like it's getting to the point now where seeing people do like multiple months in their game is just becoming more common. Like even for like the newer players, they're like, oh yeah, you know, I bought the game like a week or two ago and I've just cracked over my first 30 days is done. It's like, oh, that's really speedy. A star for effort, good stuff. Appreciate the sub with Prime as well, Neb. Happy days. Yeah, happy 3 months. You might be about to help me. Southeast to northwest. You're dragging all the zombies away from the checkpoint and away from the fence over there, so that works out for me. So I would like to have a little peek outside. See how much further north I can get today. But it's looking a little spicy. How do you typically manage your storage when you move? Oh, when I move, I normally just leave everything where it is. So I'm not really a nomad player. Like, I travel across the map, but I don't tend to live on the road. What I'll do is I'll make a big base. And, so my base, like in this town, for example, in West Point, is in this top room in the school over here. So what that does for me is that's my main central hub for this entire town and the surrounding area. So any loot that I have and any assets that are going to keep me alive, I consolidate all of my wealth into that one area. So then if I'm close by near West Point, I can go to that area and it has all my loot, all my stuff, and I can resupply. But then if I move away, I won't grab all the stuff and make several trips dragging it to wherever I move to. I'll move into a new place like what we're doing here, and then that will become the central hub for this location. And then I'll consolidate all the wealth in the area into this one zone. And the same if I went to Riverside, you know, I'd make a base in the school here, or in this one of these houses over here, and then all the loot in this area would get put into that zone. So eventually I'd have like a nice central, like, loot pile in every single major town. As opposed to, you know, trying to drag hundreds of units of loot across the entire map, because that would be very time-consuming. Appreciate the 500 as well, Artis. Happy days. How are you gonna teach anyone? It doesn't, right? Whatever, how you're gonna teach anyone doesn't mean they're gonna make progress. Oh, however, yeah. Yeah, it's up to the player to make the best. Yeah, exactly, you know. The information given is only as good as the student listening and all that stuff. But most players tend to do pretty well for themselves. Learned so much from a handful of streamers. Really cool. Yeah, actually, we all have different play styles. We all play on different settings as well, so you get a little bit of a taste of everything. And we all know different things as well. You know, like, some of us have been playing for years, but we'll still learn new things every now and then from other streamers and other players. Like, I learn things every now and then. Just like little nuggets of information that I didn't know in the past. Yeah, it's surprising how much information there is to take in. I just realized as well, I've gone way over my stream time. Fuck. I just noticed what time it was. Shit. Let me kill these guys. And then skedaddle. I was supposed to stop at midnight. It's currently, 12:25. Fuck's sake. It's because I had 14 hours in my mind. But, I started an hour late today. Shit. I was getting too into the murder. I was enjoying the checkpoint too much. But, I got what I wanted done today anyway. Yeah. We did our level 6 electrical, level 6 short blunt, level 6 long blunt. Tomorrow we'll do level 6 short blunt. And, you know, I might chip away at level 6 metalworking a little bit more as well. Appreciate the follow as well, desk crates. Happy days. Yeah, and we did a little bit of base building, you know. Got the rain collectors installed. And, we chipped away at a good number of zombies. So I think we killed about 5,000 or 6,000 today, which is, adequate. That's good enough. You know, especially given that we were using crowbars most of the stream. But yeah. But, I won't make the outro too long-winded. Now, for those of you who are new, I am on Monday to Thursday from 1000 to 0000, typically, with my new schedule. So that is GMT +1, and that is from 10 AM to 12 at night. But you can follow or join a Discord, either way. Notifications are all the same. It's all the same shenanigans. But yeah, don't leave just yet. We'll find someone to raid. You know, we're always on the hunt for new Times 16 players and new streamers, so we'll see who's there. Respawns? Oh, is it possible to fully clear an area? On vanilla, no. In the default settings, just like Keeper says. And then in Sandbox, you can turn them off completely, so you can't do what we're doing, where we wipe out entire areas fully. Yeah, appreciate the follow as well, JLN. Supra, happy days. But, yeah, let me let your, I'll let your jet get called in. And desk crates as well. Happy days. Right. But let's find someone to raid. Who is online today? Who's playing Project Zomboid? And who's doing Time 16? Anybody new? I always like finding new Time 16 players. Let's see if anyone's got it in their tags. Oh, Tiny's online. Tiny's doing Time 16. And they've done a year. Looks like Tiny will be getting the raid. Yep, we'll go raid Tiny. Oh, shame on me, I don't even think I'm following them. Fuck. We've raided Tiny before. Tiny chills out and stream all the time. But, yeah, we'll go raid Tiny. And then I'll catch you all tomorrow at 10. Happy days. Fuck, how do I spell your name? Pretty sure that's right. It is. Good stuff. Yeah, I will catch you all 10 in the morning. Happy days.